Yo, what's good, guys? Uh, Yo, what's good, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Drop Podcast. This is the podcast where play games, hang out, do our thing, stuff like that. Uh, I'm feeling good this morning. It's a nice Sunday morning. Been chilling, doing a lot, being very productive. This weekend, I already got a song recorded. I chilled a lot, which I think is important, if you ask me. The individuals are founded by the ancestors of mystics who lost a war to human beings. Oh, that's sweet. Who lives near the cave in the mountains to the west. West. Never eat soggy waffles. West. Humans fought mystics over 400 years ago. Forgive and forget. I may assume to agree. Cool. Where does this eerie chanting? You know, later in the game, we get to use that character. See the market. Nothing here to sell to humans. You know what? All humans. Alright. Let's kick this guy's butt. Oh, we're gonna kill him? I mean, him? I thought that's where we're supposed to buy from. He's not even attacking us. That other guy's attacking us. That's weird that that must have been a glitch. Basically what happened, to those who are listening to the podcast, is there's just a character that holy crap. Can I afford that? Yeah, I can't afford that. One time's hit on magic enemies. Row, flash. I'm sure I'll find something that's ridiculous. Never eat soggy waffles. I have to do that. I don't know. I don't actually know my cardinal directions off the top of my head. Magus. This magic, we'll find it. Ozzy. You know, one thing that I like about this game a lot is I can talk to people and still walk around. Like, that's one thing that really slows the pace of games down. But I appreciate that fact. Is what I'm saying. Forest ruins. Fascinating. This is the other thing. Like, this is actually like cool to search. You know, like usually I feel like I wouldn't care to look around, but this is cool. So let's see. Let's keep going. Melchor's hut, or Melchor's, I forgot his name. This music too. Oh my gosh. Could I interest you in a weapon? Yes. Buy. Red katana. Interesting. Plasma gun, hammer arm, titan vest. Such a good soundtrack. Oh, I was gonna tell you guys. So, if there weren't evil in this world, that's beautiful. What a sad state of affairs. I was gonna tell you guys about or I almost forgot to tell you guys about this. Oh my gosh, I just can't get over the music. It's so good. I watched this anime though, and it's called Shiki, and it's about vampires. So so there's like this family of vampires that move in and are turning the whole town into vampires. And yeah, I mean, it's just really interesting. And it's really cool. Like it's very, very beautifully like well done. Like the story is interesting. The characters are really interesting. Um, I mean, they just did a really good job with it. But one thing that I just feel like I noticed was um you know the Japanese well I cuz I wonder what the appeal of these Japanese shows are, you know? Like why is it so attractive, you know, and fun or entertaining? And I think and then at the same time like I also think about Japanese um stuff a lot. Like it's just an attractive thing, and part of it might be because it's a different culture. You know, like a very very different culture. Like they are so separated from the West, where I think like is more my culture. Like it's just so different uh that I think it just really like fascinates. You know, like it really gets you kind of just deep enveloped into it. You know. Um, at least that's what I find, you know. Um, but but at the same time, I think, which I don't know if it's just like a different perspective approach. But one another thing that I find is that it's like this these shows are so psychological, like it uh, I feel like it dives so deep into like human beings, you know what I mean? Like for example, is all the characters. So one thing I thought was genius is that the whole story is surrounded by this premise of this is a small town, and most of the character or like the difference between small town versus city people, you know what I mean? And there's this one girl who and this is how it starts off. There's this one girl who's just like obsessed with going to the city. Like she just wants to be a supermodel, you know what I mean? Um it's beautiful. But so there's this going on, and this is like the underlaying mentality. So it's like it brings the mentality of the people into the story. So it's this girl that's like searching for something, you know what I mean? Searching to escape and explore, and she thinks it's weird. Like all these people are freaks, and she doesn't fit in well, you know what I mean? So she's like the cat the curious cat, because she's actually the first victim, which is interesting, right? It it's like resent, you know, that like that's kind of the premise, and I think it becomes obvious. Like it looks like it was on purpose, and here's what I'm saying. So it's about uh or if it's about resent, because you have all these characters with like these background stories, and this is what's genius about it too. So it's like I mean, obviously, the first character I told you about is like she's obsessed with this big town, this big large town. But then there's this character that she has a crush on, who, uh, who also has like qualms with like the small city folk. Like they don't understand is his kind of deal. Like he's like, why are they like this? You know what I mean? They all act like there's no problems and we're all tight, but we're not. And he's actually from the city, so uh next to having a story about um or next to the girl's story with all that she has, then you have that side story going on, or like that character dealing with his stuff going on, um and Let's see what else. And then there's this monk, right? That's dealing with that kind of dives into like death in the meaning of death, and he tried to commit suicide, and so you kind of see like where that's stemming from. And he also, you find out in the end, here's where it gets really deep. So it's like there's that character, and then there's two more characters. One is a character from there's a doctor and a monk, and they grew up in the small town too, and they were best friends. And the monk became a monk, not because like he wanted to become a monk. Like he slit his wrist, and like the question is like, why did he try to kill himself? You know what I mean? Like, why did he do that? And he's also writing all these stories, and the whole story is like this there's this Abel Cain and Abel story, where this guy killed his brother, which you actually find out was him in the end. And it was his like resent that kind of led to the rest of whatever happening. But maybe I should have had Robo sit out on this one. He has no magic to combat, so but where is that coming from? But yeah, so it's like, so there's this doctor, and his mom is this like super stubborn upper class, like we are the I forgot, Ozaku family or something like that. But anyway, but he's basically a doctor because like the story is like he didn't get to choose that, you know what I mean? Like he just happened to get placed there because of his family. Like he felt like he had to. And the monk feels the same way. His dad was a the same thing. His dad was a monk, and actually his dad was the same deal. Like his dad reached out to the vampire, saying like, you can take me, don't touch anyone else, but you can take me. And then you find out in the end his dad might have also resented like being in that small town, going through the same process, like traditions. It's like breaking traditions seems to be the story of that anime. But man, it's just so beautiful. It's like, yeah, like that's so true. That's it, It's people, I don't know, need exploration, I guess. I don't know. But then there's this other character who's like the complete opposite. And I think this is interesting too. She's the complete opposite because she's happy in the town. She doesn't want to leave the town. Then there's also this other character, and what are the similarities between them? They don't hold resent. They have zero resent. It's like they're just happy with the way that life is. And it's this character, I forgot his name, but he also died. And they also just like love other people. You know what I mean? So that's the other thing that's cool about it is like, I think it's a message, in, yeah, like if you don't hold resent, or you will deal with the repercussions, which is in the resent thing is best shown in this character, and you can see it in his face. Like, this character is like this hideous, like uncomfortable to look at character that's like a male with feminine features and like a big long face that's kind of like distorted, and he's whiny. He always complains to everybody. It's unique to say, like, it's just unique, and but anyway, but he resents everyone. He doesn't fit in with anybody. So he's angry with everybody, right? So I think that's the message, It's like if you're like happiness, and I think this actually is even said, like happiness comes from within, like it's a choice, which is true. But anyway, I do think that's maybe the objective of, or like the premise, or like the lesson, This just got really calming. So I need to go over there. Must be a hole in the wall. But I think, like, back to what I was saying about like Japanese stuff, is it just seems, I don't know, but it seems like they're more conscious with that type of stuff. Like that they do things on purpose that we don't really do, here in the US, I mean. Like they just have a different way of approaching their art too. Like I said, it's much more outside of themselves, I think. Like I love the United States, and I love the culture of us, of Western people, and the individualistic attitude that we hold. I think it's beautiful. But yeah, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I mean, it's just, you'd have to watch it, you know what I mean? But it's just like I just love how like straight up it is. Like it's really in your face, and I don't know. Well, then it gets even deeper, because it gets to a point where you have like the vampires. Then you start getting into their backstory, and then you start to realize it's like they kill to survive, and so that's also the underlining question. It's like, is that okay? Right? Like, is it okay to kill to survive? And then it's like, but humans do it, I don't know, man. It's just, it's fascinating. It's fascinating. It really is. How do I go about this? What is that? Yikes. But anyway, so yeah, I did want to talk about that, because I just thought that was beautiful. Like, it's art in itself, and also just just to understand how genius it is that they had how genius it is that the technique of hold on, I'm trying to see what we get. Just the technique of having that whole premise, like the coming of age thing going on at the same time that you have At the same time that you have the whole vampire story in the way that it really does tie into itself, you know. It really is fascinating, and it's beautiful. It's art, you know. But also in like sumie, like even in Japanese like sumie or like just tea parties, it's like, you know, they will not uh like there's a rule that you can't uh harm or argue or fight during like sumie um things. Um yeah, and like I'm saying, like that's beautiful. You know, 'cause I mean, I guess Europeans did have some like that with like it was respectable to you couldn't, like there were laws in war. You know, you can't just go kick someone's butt. You know what I mean? Like like they would agree to certain things and fight each other in certain ways and uh even have I mean just yeah, I mean just laws to these things, you know. Shh, this is bad. You son of a, I just got him back. Alright, we're just gonna see if this will end it really quick. And then I'll cure. No, I'll heal him because he's my big shot. And cyclone water, son of a B word. Oh, come on. You can't do that right away. Well, that's all I kind of had. What else did I want to talk about? My album. I have this album that I'm working on that's coming up. And that's going to be incredible. I really think that's going somewhere. Yes, we did it. It's close. If only the great magus had destroyed the human race would have belonged to mystics. But yeah, my album, I already have like 6 or 7 tracks to it already made. As of today, which by the time you guys actually hear this is gonna be a way long time ago. I don't know if you guys noticed, like I record like 3 in a day. And on the weekends I do like Saturday and then today is Sunday. And then Friday usually too. So in the Middle Ages, Magus created lava. She was responsible for destroying the planet's future. If we go to the Middle Ages and destroy Magus, can we change history? Ooh, that feels good. Oh, man, that feels good. Jump in. That's cool. No way, dude. That's so sick. No way, dude. That's so sick. It just got sicker. Heaven, this is my finest work. So cold, man. So cold. I think I might need to level up my tonic game. I'm running out of stuff. I'm running out of like 50s don't do anything anymore. All right, let's see what we got going on. So clearly they took me here for a reason. Probably had to go somewhere. Or maybe they just wanted me to I don't know, maybe I was just supposed to go to that portal, maybe get something special. I don't know, bro. But even in this game, it's like the music. Like I feel like there's some level of attention to detail in music that other stuff doesn't really have. You know, or not other stuff, but like other things, like Western things. And I was actually thinking about this. I was thinking about, like, I wonder if it has anything to do with the fact that um with the fact that in Japanese culture, like you have both kind of culture. Like you have like that collectivistic, and that's definitely probably the larger influence. We have that collectivistic type of deal, and then at the same time you have uh you have our influence, the Western influence. So it's like independence mixed with the other thing. What does that create? Well, I guess it creates Japanese, like, 'cause like even Chinese is like, you shut up, you know what I mean? Like you don't say anything bad. It's like there was this foreign exchange student. I mean, I was just asking her like a lot of questions because I was curious, you know. And basically, I mean, she just said like, I mean, like people don't like it, but they don't really like talk about it. Like they don't for real have an issue with things. Like it's just kind of like, you know, well, the perspective is like, as long as I'm fed, you know what I mean? If I'm fed and my family's taken care of, because they actually have a um, very capitalist community, right? And I open a creep buying. Which is why whenever you go there, like you see McDonald's, you see all this stuff, and they have very low, very little what is it called? Very low regulations on stuff like food and stuff like uh yeah, I mean, I guess just like stuff like that. Titan vest, 64, plasma gun. I guess that'll probably be useful at some point. I was gonna talk about something. I got my music. So yeah, like right now, I have probably 7 or not 7 songs. Well, I have 7 songs recorded. I'm thinking I kind of want more. I want a large number of recordings for my project, or for my next album. But for now, I also, and here's what I was actually meaning to say. But then I also have alright, let's go. But then I also have like 7 backup recordings for what is this? 600 AD. Am I supposed to be here? Probably. Oops. That's my popper. So actually, I put the popper back on. I know I told you guys that I took it off at first, but then every time I said the P, it would go pop. Like it would blow up. And so I figured it might be more enjoyable if I put that back on. But I have 7 backup recordings for the podcast. So that means that, you know, 7 episodes later, so it's like 3 episodes a week. So that means you'll probably hear this in like 2 weeks. Like 2 weeks, you'll be caught up with me now. And so thinking about that, in 2 weeks, whenever you're caught up with me now, I'll probably already have the album put together. You know what I mean? Like everything might be finished in 2 weeks. Probably not. Actually, I've been doing I've been writing maybe like 2 songs a week, but I probably finish around. You know what? Now that I think about it, I'm probably not supposed to go here, but I wonder if I could pick up Frog. So, sorry for the people who watch on YouTube. Like I said, this is more for the podcast. You know what I mean? Because that's what I'm passionate about. Chrono Trigger. I get Frog. First member of the party, a contemporary party member, when first encounter. Once the quest ends, he will not reappear. A few chapters later, make him fourth official reunited party member. See, if I put Luca in your party, it's a good second character for strength. Okay. That's immune. This is way too confusing. Probably not that big deal, I guess. Chrono, Marl, Luca, Frog, Robo. Ayla. Alright. Stitch Rocket. No. Well, you can get Ayla for good? Hold on a second. Ayla. Dude. Ayla kicks butt, dude. Oh my gosh. Alright, so actually we're supposed to go way, way back in time. Because right now we're about to get the best character, in my opinion. She's like this bad chick from the past who like attacks with like super strength. Like I think she's probably on Robo's level. I'm not sure for real, but yeah, man. I think maybe it might be good to trade out Marl for Nah, because Marl's a good healer. That's kind of my technique with these things. I guess as I'm reading into it, the other character, the fire chick. For those listening to the podcast, in this game you have the lightning guy, Chrono. You have a robot, which is Robo. Then you have the princess who's ice. And then I forget her name. Luca, who is fire. Then you have, I don't know if this girl has magic, but she kicks butt. But she's supposed to be like the prehistoric version of the princess, right? But anyway. Matter of fact, I was telling you guys like I record like 3. I'm just so excited to meet this to get Luca that I might end up even just skipping or not skipping but doing a whole nother episode today. I've already done one before, but that's my thing, man. I like because here's the thing. I used to do these episodes the day of whenever they were due, but then I would have to edit it and it would take hours. Like it would take so much time just to do these things. But then now I've started to that's why I started pre-recording, so that way it opens up more time for me during the weekdays, and that's why I've probably been able to get my music done so much, because like that's pretty much like I get home, I work out 30 minutes, and I get to music. If I don't have to do like, cause usually I'll have to like pick up my dad, or like Tuesdays are bad. Like Tuesdays pretty much out. Like Tuesdays gone. But then I make my music, and then by I don't know whatever time I'll eat dinner, and then I'm usually in bed by, I try to be in bed by like 8:30. Usually it's more like 9, but I like to be in bed early, um so that way, cause that's whenever I actually watch anime, is right before bed. Just bad. Like I think it's been messing up my head a little bit, just with like sleep and stuff like that. But I don't trip about it, because I enjoy it. You know what I mean? It's definitely something that like probably like I'm always like in the morning in my head, I'm always, oh man, like I need to go to bed early tonight, or like I need to stop doing this, so much. Like maybe just like a stop an hour before I actually go to bed, turn off the electronics and like read or something. But now my perspective is like, well, I mean, why stop? You know what I mean? Like, cause then once I'm there, I'm just like, man, I'm just having such a good time, cause my bed is so comfortable, and it's just so entertaining and so enjoyable. And it's like, this is my life, like I want to live my life. I'm only gonna have this job for like 2 years, maybe a little bit more. You know what I mean? So with that in mind, in my opinion, it's like I'll just enjoy the time that I have now, right? So I'll just enjoy where I'm at now, and then that way, like I'll always be living the lifestyle that I want to live. I don't have to go through extra steps or do anything extra. I can just live my life, and that's really what I want to do. So I don't know, bro. Chinese stones. Heck no. That's whack. Heck no. Yeah, I mean that's my philosophy, like I'll just live life the way that I want to live life. Laruba clan hide in North Woods. Always hide, run from reptiles, weaklings. Reptiles, see, Laruba clan, Clydactyl. That's cool that they can do that. They can fly diactyls. Or not diactyls, whatever they're called. Alright. I think I'm lost. So, quick second. Actually, we're almost out of time, so I might start finishing this up real quick. Chrono Trigger 6-5. See, this is what's cool about this game. It's just like, or just like about this system. Like it's I can just look stuff up, figure out where to go. You got cool stuff going on. And at the same time, I got this podcast going on. So it's like I'm being productive while enjoying myself, while playing all these awesome games. The only thing, I'm not gonna lie, I hated what's it called? Kirby was lame. Kirby sucked. I mean, it was a fun game, but it was just like, while podcasting, that's really hard to do. So I think these like RPG styles are probably more the way to go. I think that's what I've learned. And also I've played these before, so I'm sure that probably helps. But let's see, magic. Here appears Tessa and the frog. Huh. Wait a second. Village of Magic. Hero appears. Get the heck out of here. Had to choose cannon. Talks to the people. The king entered fighting. Kitchen. Okay, so I guess I wasn't supposed to come here yet, so never mind. Never mind. I guess we're still supposed to be. But she definitely did say that Magus, if we go into the history, kill like the creature Magus made or something like that. I don't know. I guess I'm wrong. It's clear I can skip these. Oh, dang. Never mind. I take it back. Oh, shoot. I forgot. Running out of time. So, I'm going to go ahead and end it right here. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. As usual, I had a good time. So, yeah. I mean, I hope you guys did too. As much as I did. But really, I mean, if you didn't, that's your fault. So, not just playing, but yeah, man. So as usual, if you guys, want to support the podcast, which is greatly appreciated, one thing that you can do is go to my website at joshuatbryan.com. And there you'll find, if you scroll down, there's a spot where you can donate or join a Patreon page, and that's a good way to support. And I guess, well, with all being said, then after this battle, which I'm about to get down on, let's see. Let's do something special. I'm going to do a crazy combo with a Robo. The Rocket Roll. Once that's ready. Rocket Roll. I think that's the most powerful move that I have so far. That's how that's done. Alright. I just want to get up to the portal, and then once I'm in the end of time, that's whenever I'll finish it up. Man, weekends are like vacation, bro. I love weekends. Alright. So that's enough of me. Like I said before, you guys know how to support if you want to support. But then the other thing that you can do, which I always forget to mention, is to leave a review or like or comment on wherever you, do that at. I mean, because that always helps a lot. But anyway, so yeah, I guess that'll be it said. I'll check you guys later. See ya.